ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगम् जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि मानिषादप्रतिष्ठां त्वमगमः शाश्वती समाः यत्क्रौञ्चमिथुनादेकम् अवधीः काममोहितम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ॐ श्री हरये नमः ॐ श्री हरये नमः ॐ श्री हरये नमः ॐ श्री दयानंद स्वामिने नमः ॐ श्री तत्त्वविदानंद स्वामिने नमः Okay, we have completed shloka number 19 and 20, where Dasharatha decided to appoint Sri Rama as the prince, heir apparent, as the crown prince. So that is the event that's going to happen now. At least that's what Dasharatha decided. Dasharatha yuvarajyena sanyoktum aichat. Now let's see what happens next. We're going to chant the next 3 lines. Okay, 1.5 shlokas. Join me. तस्याभिषेकसंभारान् दृष्ट्वा भार्याथ कैकयी पूर्वं दत्तवरा देवी वरमेन मयाचत विवासनं च रामस्य भरतस्याभिषेचनम्. Those three go together. So this announcement was made suddenly. It was decided suddenly. And so many people did not know about it, including our queens. Okay, they did not know. And so that is why it says here, Kaikeyi Varam Ayachata. That is the main sentence here. Kaikeyi Varam Ayachata. First 2 lines. So what happened, it seems? Kaikeyi Tasya Abhisheka Samharan Drishtva. It seems Kaikeyi saw all these preparations going on because it's a huge event and things have to start moving fast, directed by Vasishtha. And so she found out what is happening. And then this is what is going to go on. And Sri Rama is going to be anointed as the crown prince. And so Abhisheka Sambara, all these samagris and all people were carrying this way, that way. And so Drishtva, all the pandals around were being erected and the city was being beautified. So Drishtva, Kaikeyi, Bharya, Acha, thereafter, Purvam Dattavara, the varam that was given, the boon that was given, Purvam, some time ago, that Dattavara, see, Dattavara refers to Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi, who is the one to whom the varams were given, that lady is called Dattavara. And what did Dattavara do? She is Devi. She is his wife, Devi. And then Varam Enam Ayachata. Enam Dasharatham Varam Ayachata. Asked for the boons. So the story goes, the Sambasura and all is there. And so the Devas asked Dasharatha's help. Look at this. Devas asking the help of a human being. And then because Dasharatha was not an ordinary person. And then Dasharatha was his favorite wife, queen was this Kaikeyi because she was young and all that. So some infatuation was there. And so, plus Kaikeyi also was not an ordinary woman. She also had the knowledge of warfare and all. So he took her along to this Sambasura Vadam. And so these two go in the chariot. And Sambasura had all kinds of magic tricks. So he was appearing here, disappearing there, appearing suddenly here, back, all this magic he was doing. So Dasharatha had his hands full, as they say. And so his chariot had to go this way, that way, just all over the place he had to run. In the process, one of the wheels of the chariot was giving way. And Kaikeyi, using her finger, she put the finger and pressed the chariot wheel, unknown to Dasharatha. And Dasharatha was victorious. And when Dasharatha heard about it, he was so impressed, and he offered these two bulls to her. She said, "No, it's my duty. What is the big deal? No, no, you deserve something." And so he gave the two bulls. She said, "I don't know what to ask. I'll take a rain check." Rain check. How many of you do not know what is a rain check? Okay, Girishji does not know. Surendraji, many others do not know what a rain check. Because I'm not surprised. Because this is a unique American word, rain check. There is something on sale in your department store. Buy one, get one free or something. And you go there and you say, you know what? Buy one. First of all, you can't even buy because it's not available. Then you know what they do? They'll give you what is called a rain check, which means you can come back when the things come, this restock, and then you can get your buy one, get one. That is called rain check. Come back when we have the stock. So she got a rain check. Okay. And so that she's using here and all this Mantara story and all huge, many, many shlokas. We are just walking over like that. Okay. And so what did she ask? Vivasanam cha Ramasya Bharatasya That's it over. Ramasya Vivasanam, banishment of Rama, and Bharatasya Abhishechanam, and crowning Bharata as the prince. These are the two things he wants. And so there is a lot of discussion, lot of dialogue, and Dasharatha's reaction. And this, see, next to Shloka is moving very fast. Okay, so we may have to do some filling up here. In order, so it seems when Dasharatha heard this, it was like a deer facing a tigress. They say, right? This deer in the headlights, something they say, means when the deer sees something bright and shocking, it is just motionless and unable to think. This is Dasharatha. These words are coming from this one. Okay, Valmiki is telling us. So imagine how old these things are. Mahakavyam it is. Mahakavihi, the greatest Kavi ever. First poet, in fact, if you want to call it father of poetry and all, if at all there is a term like that, we have to come back to Valmiki. It's too long ago, we don't even know when it was written. Anyway, so he was startled. He's saying things like, what harm did Rama do to you or me? And that we should banish him like this. And he treated you as his own mother. Can there be a son who can do something like that? Treating some other woman as a mother? No, Rama did that. In fact, he took care of you more than Bharata also. I know it. Like that, he's giving all these arguments, big list of arguments. And then he says, and then he says, Te charano murdana sprushami yesha prasida me. Te charano, I am with my head, I am touching your feet, I am falling at your feet. You be happy with me. I want Te prasida me. Listen to me. He's pleading with Kaikeyi. That's how it has come to. And then he praises her. You have never done anything improper thus far. And that is why I don't believe your words. It is not you who is talking, like that Dasharatha says. Okay? And then he praises Rama with so many shlokas, almost 30, 40 shlokas. He's praising Rama, Rama's qualities. How can we think of harm to Rama? Like that he says. And then again he says, Anjalim karomi Kaikeyi, hey Kaikeyi, I am standing in front of you with folded hands. Pado chapi sprishamitse, and I touch your feet, both your feet again. Sharanam Bhava Ramasya. And you, you free Rama from this kind of a horror that you have brought in to, and you free him up. And like that he says, and Kaikeyi comes back with Raudra Kaikeyi. Raudra, it seems she takes on a Ghora Rupa and she says, Raudra Taram Vachaha. Harsh words she's speaking. She's speaking. She's saying things like, hey, king, you are supposed to be a righteous man. You're known for righteousness, dharma and all. And I'm asking you for a boon. And instead of saying yes, tathastu, you should say, instead, you are repenting like this and crying like this, and you're rolling on the floor like this. How are you going to respond to your peers and all the devatas? Like that, she's needling him like that. And then comes back, Dasharatha comes back. What will I tell Kaushalya? He says, he cries, he says, Bharata agrees to this. Bharata, I'm going to die. There's no doubt about this. You're going to become a widow. There's no doubt about that. If Bharata agrees to this, he cannot. He cannot light my fire. My last rites he cannot do. Like that, he's becoming sentimental. It's going on and on. And I did not know that I was living with Yama in the form of Kaikeyi. I got infatuated by a beautiful lady. And now look at this. You are bringing death to me. And so please, Bharata, you want to make king? That's fine. I'm okay with that. But don't banish Rama. This is how he's pleading. And and I had no children. With a lot of difficulty we had three children, and Rama came with a lot of difficulty. How can you think of banishing Sri Rama, and who is full of forgiveness? And let me die now, even before I give you my word. Let me die now itself. That would be better. Like that and all, he's becoming sentimental, and it's going on and on. Kaikeyi sanyata anjalihi prasadaya masa. With he's pleading again, Anjali, hey Kaikeyi, I am folding my hands. I i implore you, I plead, I pray to you. Like that he's saying. And then he's praising her. He's praising her form, physical form, with he's using all the words. And great eyes you have, and hips you have, and all he's saying, all kinds of things he's saying. And so finally he just falls unconscious. Like that, there is a lot of shlokas here. Okay. All that is happening after this request from Kaikeyi. Okay. There's more. Actually, I'm just summarizing to you. Okay? Let's see the next one. ससत्यवचनाद् राजा धर्मपाशेन संयतः विवाचयामास सुतं रामं दशरथः प्रियम्.
Guruji,
Ah,
could you give me the word? Could you give me the number of that verse, please? I'm lost
23.
here.
Number 23. We are in number 23 of Sankshepa Ramayana. Number 23. Okay. So here, Dasharatha Ramam Vivasayamasa. Dasharatha banished Rama. That's what is happening here. And who is Dasharatha? Saha, he, Satyavachanad Raja. That Raja, he, Dasharatha, the king, banished Sri Rama, who is Priyam, who is dear to him, and who is his son, Sutam, the son, Priyam, dear son Rama, he banished. Why did he do this? Satyavachanad. Satyavachanad. Because he gave a word. That's it, over. And dharma pashen, bound by that dharma, that sanatana dharma, which includes satyavachanam, and satyavachana paripalanam it includes, and sanyataha, bound by that dharma pasha, by that rope of dharma is bound. And so that is it. Somebody asks, what is the greatness of India? This is what has to be brought. Satyameva Jayate in our constitution, in that what do you call that? Ashoka, 3-4 heads are there. So there, Satyameva Jayate. That is the emblem. That is what. What will you tell if somebody asks you what is the greatness? What is the uniqueness of India? If somebody asks, you have to think. You need to know a lot about India. In fact, the word India itself is not unique to India, and so it doesn't belong to India. So there is so much we need to know about this country in order to really talk about its uniqueness. And here, Sri Rama, this is what is unique. That dharma is a purushartha that we have to keep in mind. And no other culture will say dharma is a purushartha. Nothing. You won't find it in other religions. Guaranteed. All right. Anyway, so this is what has happened. Okay, so it must be a real dark day in this country because Ayodhya, Yodhum Ashakyaha, that city which is impenetrable, which cannot be attacked. That is the meaning of the word Ayodhya. And now it is headless. Dasharatha is going to go off. Rama is going. And Bharata will also shortly leave. Lakshmana also will go. And this Ayodhya, the whole country will be left without leaders and alternative leaders also. So that's how bad it is right now. So let's see the next one. Sajagamavanam viraha pratignyamanupalayam piturvachana nirdeshat kaikeya priyakaranat. So now the Jagama Vanam Saha. So here Saha refers to Rama. So Rama Vanam Agachat. Rama went to the forest. Jagama. Little. So that Rama, who is a Veera, who is who is a valiant person. And why did he do this? Pratignya Anupalayan. The pratignya that was given by the father to Kaikeyi to following that Pitur Vachana Nirdesha, and because father asked him to go to the forest. I have to see the shloka where Dasharatha asked Rama to go to the forest. I have to see it. I have not seen it. I'll admit that. But it says here, Pitur Vachana Nirdeshat. Kaikeyaha Priyakaranat. And also because Kaikeyi His stepmother wanted it. Stepmother who's no different than his mother, as far as Rama is concerned, Priyakarna, to make Kaikeyi happy also. Rama has departed. Gachit, gachit, left. All right. Next three lines we are going to read. Tam vrajantam priyo bhratam Lakshmano nujagamaha Sneha vinaya sampannaha Sumitranandavardhanaha Bhataram dayito bhratuhu Saubhat Saubhatramanudarshayan. This is all one sentence. Lakshmanaha anujagam. Lakshmana followed. That is the essence of these three lines. Lakshmana followed. Lakshmana followed whom? Tam Bhrataram Vrajantam. His brother. That Rama, who is the brother of Lakshmana, Vrajantam, who got exiled just now. Vrajantam, he's departing. He's now going to be on the move. For the next 14 years, they are going to be on the move. Vrajantam. That Rama, Lakshmana followed. Followed. And who is Lakshmana? A lot of words are used to describe that. Indeed, Lakshmana, whom we know, whom all of us know. Who is this? Priyaha Bhrata, dear brother. And Snehad Vinaya Sampannaha. The brotherhood means you have to bring Lakshmana into the picture. He's a symbol of brotherhood or brotherliness, if I want to use that word. Sumitra Nanda Vardhanaha is, of course, the joy of Sumitra. And Dayitaha. Dayitaha is dear. Dayitaha means Priyaha. So Priyaha Brata, again, Dayitaha. Bratuhu Saubhratram Anudarshayan. Anudarshayan. He displayed this Subhrata, this nature of what it means to be a proper brother. Okay. Brother has duties. We may not know. The brother, sister, everybody has duties. This guy has duties. That's Subhratra, proper brother. What should a brother do when something happens at okay, this guy knows it very well. Anudarshayan, displaying that, and Anu, based on what he has learned from his forefathers, his ancestors, his parents, etc., how they treated each other based on that. Anu, following that, he displayed that kind of uh, ideal brotherliness. Okay, that is what he did, Lakshmana, at that time. So, Bhrataram, etc. So, very interesting. In Sanskrit, Bhrata, Bhratar, brother. Pitar, father, matar, mother, swasar, sister, duhitar, daughter. These English words seem to be copies, literal copy paste. I mean, that's just so amazing it is. Yeah, Mahesh, go ahead.
What is Dayito?
Dayitaha, Priyaha, Priyaha.
Priya. Oh, thank
Now
you.
we're going to read the next four lines. Four lines, okay? Chant along with me. Ramasya Dayita Bharya Nityam Pranasamahita Janakasya Kule Jata Devamayeva Nirmita Sarvalakshana Sampanna Narinamuttama Vadhuhu Sita Ramam Shashinam Rohini Yatha. This shloka is saying Sita api Ramam Anugata, the last line. Sita api Ramam Anugata. Sita also followed Ram. Again, there is a big discussion here. And there is talk of a lot of dharma, what is to be done, what is not to be done, and there is a cabinet meeting going on, etc., to decide what's right, wrong, etc. So much is going on. So here, look at this. Sita api anugata Rama. Okay, who is Sita? Ramasya Dayita Bharya, Ramasya Priya Bharya, very dear wife. Nityam Prana Samahita. Prana Sama. Ramasya Prana Sama. She is like the prana of Sita. If she is not there, Rama is not there. Like that. That is who Sita is. Hita, always concerned about the good of Rama. Because Rama is concerned about the good of humanity. So I have to be concerned about the good of Rama. That is her thinking. Okay. Then Janakasya Kule Jata. She was born in the lineage of Janaka Maharaja. Deva Maya Iva Nirmita. Deva Maya. She is incarnation of Maya. The divine Maya, Prakriti we talk about. She is, if at all you want to look for Prakriti, don't look any further. Just Sita is Maya, Prakriti. Even Nirmita, she was born in that manner. Then further, Sarvalakshana Sampanna. She is not ordinary either. We talk so much about Sri Rama. Well, she also is a embodiment of all gunas and Lakshmyaha Avataraha. Avatara she is. And so Sarva Lakshana Sampanna Narina Uttama Vadhu. He's a Vadhu. Vadhu has many meanings: bride, daughter-in-law, and woman also is referred to as Vadhu. So here, any word, any meaning can be taken, or all meanings can also be taken. Uttama Vadhu. She is the ideal person, ideal woman. Ideal. Narinam. Among all women, she is ideal. She is the greatest. And then she followed Rama, Sri Rama, right? And how did she follow? Shashinam Rohini Yatha. When we start talking, it's all tributaries. Like tributaries, so many stories are there, side stories. 27 nakshatras. And it seems this nakshatras, nakshatras are all the daughters of Daksha. Daksha wanted to marry his daughters. Each nakshatra is a lady, wanted to marry, got them married to the moon, Shashi. And this moon, what did he do? Again, these guys, these men are always like, he found Rohini to be most attractive, it seems. And partial. The fellow marries so many people. He can't afford to be partial. See, that's a price. Go ahead and marry as many people as you want, but treat everybody equal. This is what people want. We can't handle partiality. And this guy is partial. So this moon got cursed. And some curse is there, and then he says, you are supposed to be a great guy, but your greatness will all go. That's it. Like that, he got a curse.
Waxing and waning.
No. Wait, he got cursed. Then again, he appeals to Shiva or somebody. And then Shiva said, Brahmaji said, okay, fine. I'll soften the blow a little bit. You will become dark. Then again, you'll come back. Again, you'll become dark. Again, you'll become bright. Like that, he got we call it. There must be a word for it. Some consolation.
Respite.
Some respite from this thing. Yeah, exactly.
Prayaschittam.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, in Somnath temple, there is a complete story with a sound and light show of this episode. Very interesting.
Somanatha, correct. Somnath temple is dedicated to Somaraja, Soma Devata. What a thing it is. And so, Shashinam Rohini Iva Yatha Rohini Shashinam Anugata. Just like Rohini was following the moon, like that, Sita also followed Rama. Like that it is said. All right. Next, we're going to read the one line. Auraihi anugato duram pitra dasharathena cha. That's it. It's moving. The whole, the Rama has left. He doesn't want any retinue, this, that, and all. No. Rama he went on a chariot. Okay, he did not walk from Ayodhya. And his Sumanthara is there. Sumanthara is the best charioteer at the time of those times. And so Sumanthara is driving off Sri Rama, and Pitra Dasharathena cha Duram, far away from father Dasharatha is, and Pauraihi also. All the citizens of the city, means all the people, Ayodhya Vasinaha. So he just left all of them and he just moved fast. He knows he has to move fast. He knows. Okay, because otherwise there is no chance. And people are following. Okay, the story is big. People are all they're all just we'll go wherever Rama goes. That's it. Rama is our end, and so you should imagine Dasharatha just calling out to Sri Rama, falling down, crawling, crying, wailing. All these things are happening. Okay? All right. Next two lines. Next sloka number 29. Sringibera Sutam Ganga Kule Vyasarjayat Guhamasadya Dharmatma Nishadadhipatim Priyam. So you know that he met this Guha, right? Guha. And that place where Guha was there, Guha is the king of that particular group of people, that tribe called Nishada, the tribe of Nishada. And the capital of that kingdom is called Sringiberapura. If you Google, you will find a place called Sringberpur. Correct? How many of you have heard of Sringberpur? Yeah, some of you have heard. Yeah, Rukmaniji has heard. Sringberpur, very close to Prayagraj. And if you look at, I Googled this, and then this Ayodhya is here, and they've come 170 kilometers. 170 kilometers, not by walk, by chariot they've come. Okay, so quite a distance those days. They've come this far. That is called Sringberpur in today's words. And there, Sringiberapure, Sutam Vyasarjayat. Rama told Manthara, so I mean Sumanthara, his charioteer, Sutam, go back. Now it's time for you to go back. I'll get off here. I'll take care of myself. You go back. Vyasarjayat gave up Sumanthara. Where? Ganga Kule, Ganga Tate, in the banks of Ganga. He gave up. And then what? Guham Asadya. And then having approached Guha, who was the leader there, who was the person there, Asadya, Dharmatma, this Rama who is Dharmatma, Priyam Nishada Adhipati. He is the king of this tribe called Nishada. And he approached Guha and sought his help for the next step of his journey. Okay, next. Guhena Sahito Ramaha Lakshmanena cha Sitaya te vanena vanam gatva nadistirtva bahudakaha. So now Guha is going to accompany Sri Rama, Lakshmana and Sita. So Guhena Sahita. Rama went along with Lakshmana, Sita and Guha. Where did they go? Vanena vanam gatva. From forest to forest. That means there must have been some boundaries, some proximate boundaries must have been there. People may have been living. Okay, we don't know, because how do you know when a forest begins and when a forest ends, right? So from forest to forest means those days it was all, a lot of vegetation was there. Nadihi tirtva bahudakaha. Bahudakaha nadi. This is the Pramanam forest. This is the Pramanam forest, that there were many rivers, and the rivers were all not ordinary. Bahudakaha, brimming with water. They were all flowing rivers. And many rivers also they crossed. The tributaries and all they must have crossed. All right. Then
Guruji, how do you pronounce this Nadis Tirtharva or I don't know.
Nadis Tirtva. Nadis Tir.
Tirtva. Okay, there's a spelling mistake here.
Nadis Tirtva. Plural. Nadi. That's why it's Nadi. Otherwise, it would have been Nadi. All right. We're going to read the next 3 lines. Okay. Chitrakutamanu Bharadvajasya Shasanat Ramyamavasatham Kritva Ramamana Vanetrayaha Devagandharva Sankashaha Tatra Te Nyavasan Sukham. Sukham Nyavasan. This is the first time in Ramayana, after this thing, we hear the word Sukham. It is all Dukkham. All along it is Dukkham and crying and pleading and angry words and all that. Okay. And talking about Dharma. When people talk about Dharma, it gets serious discussion. Discussion becomes very serious because Dharma is assumed. And if you follow Dharma, everything, there's harmony. But if you have to enforce Dharma, then it's going to be tough. And so, Nyavasan Sukham. So, Chitrakutam Anuprapya, having reached this forest called Chitrakuta, Bharadvajasya Shashana. Why did they go there? Well, they met Bharadvaja along the way, and then he gave advice, he gave some guidance. So, based on the guidance of Bharadvaja, Rishi, then Trayaha means these 3. Okay, Ramya Mavasatam Kritva. Ramya Mavasatam Kritva. They built a hermitage. They built a place to stay, like a hut, a comfortable place for 3 of them to stay. Okay, Kritva Ramamanaha. They lived happily. They lived happily. Look at that. That means what? You can say Prasad Buddhi is amazing amount of Prasad Buddhi is there. You can say all 3 of them. Okay. They lived happily, it seems. Trayaha, not 2 lived happily and then third one is crying. No, not like that. No. Ramamanaha, Trayaha. And like what? Deva Gandharva Sankashaha. They are living like Devas and Gandharvas, it seems. How happily they would be, Gandharva means we imagine some kind of heaven and all that. Like that they were living. Nyavasan Tatra, in that hermitage, in that forest, Chitrakuta, Sukham Nyavasan. Sukham is an adverb. Happily they lived. Happily they lived. Okay. What a statement here. Next 2 lines we are going to read. Chitrakutam gate rame putra shoka turastatha raja dasharata swargam jagama vilapan sutam. So it's very clear now. Dasharataha Swargam Jagana. He heard the news. Or, okay, he may not have heard the news yet. But Dasharatha passed away. Dasharatha passed away. And when Chitrakutam Gate Rame, when Rama and his group as Sita Lakshmana reached Chitrakuta and they were living there, at that time, Raja Dasharatha wailing about his son, Vilapan Sutam, just Vilapan, just wailing and just bemoaning and, Hey Rama, he just got lost in the idea that something, this is just not right. And so, what kind of sin I have committed, like that, all these thoughts kept coming to Dasharatha, and that's it. That was that he did himself in. And Vilapan Sutam, and what else? Putra Shoka Aturaha. Atura, consumed by, stricken by what? Shoka, grief. What kind of shoka? shoka of separation from Putra, Sri Rama. And Lakshmana also. Sri Rama and Lakshmana. And so, Lakshmana was angry with mother, and all these things happened. And so, Rama had to console Lakshmana also. So, that kind of a Dasharatha passed away. Okay. All right. So, things are moving quite fast. We will read the next three lines here 33 and the first half, or second half of 33, and then 34 we are going to read. Brite tu tasmin bharataha Vashishta Pramukhair Niyujyamano Rajaya Naichat Rajyam Mahabalaha Sajagama Vanam Viraha Rama Ramapada Prasadakaha. Bharataha. Now Bharata is being talked about. Okay. Now what happened? Brite tu tasmin. When after Dasharatha passed away, Brite tu tasmin. Okay, Dasharate Brite Sati. Then what happened? Bharata was Niyujyamanaha, was commanded. Bharata was asked by whom? Vashishta Pramukaihi Dvijaihi. By Vashishta and other great people of the kingdom who are there in the palace, and Dvijaihi and other Brahmanas are also there, who are all knowledgeable people, wise people. They know what's good for the country. And so commanded by them, Niyujyamanaha Tyayasi Chet Karmanaste Mata Buddhir Janardana Tatkim Karmani Ghore Mam
Yo Jayasi Keshava.
Jayasi Keshava Deva Jayasi Keshava. So why are you forcing me, hey Krishna? You told me Jnanam is great, so why are you asking me to fight this war? Very smart argument, you know. And so that same Niyujyamanaha. So Rajyaya. Yeah. All right. So Bharata was requested by all of them to take over as king because they have to act fast. The cabinet has to act fast. They can't sit and cry, you know. They have to act fast because kingdom is at stake. And so they asked Bharata to take over as the king. And then look at this. Na ichat. Na ichat means na ichat. He did not desire to be the king. He did not. You look at the history of all wars and throughout humanity. There is just fratricide is just common. A Mughal, you look at all the Mughal kings of Indian history. Everywhere you will see the king killing off his brother-in-law, this, that. There's so much. Every story is littered. I purchased a book once. The guy actually just listed all the killings that happened. Which brother is killing which, like that. So this fratricide is very common in these kind of situations. On the other hand, this man says he's offered the kingdom. He says, I don't want the king. Rajyam na ichyate. I don't desire the king. Even though Bharata is Mahabalaha. Mahabalaha. He is capable, very capable. Bharata is no less, okay? Very capable. And so then what did he do? Sajagama Bharataha Agachat. He took off Vanam. He went to the forest. That Viraha Ramapada Prasadakaha. Ready to plead to Sri Rama, ready to invite Sri Rama, ready to invoke his compassion and invite him back to the kingdom. That was the mindset of Bharata at that point when he left for the forest. We're going to read the next three lines. Gatva tu sa mahatmanam Ramam Satyaparakramam Ayachat Bhrataram Ramam Arya Bhava Puraskritaha. Tvameva raja dharmajnaha iti ramam vacho braveet. All right. So Gatwa, having gone there, having gone where? Having gone to Chitrakutam, right? Chitrakuta, that is where Rama and Sita are. Having gone there, Saha, Bharata, that Bharata, Mahatmanam Ramam Satya Parakramam Ayachata. Ayachat, pleaded, requested, even begged also. Okay. And pleaded with Rama, who is Mahatma, who is large-hearted. Large-hearted. So Bharata had some hope, that Rama, compassionate, father is like this, the kingdom is suffering, etc. So maybe he had some hope. Therefore, Mahatma, Satya Parakramam, whose valor yields fruit, not some kind of, I am great kind of valor. No, valor that is put to proper use at the right time. That kind of person he is. Satya Parakramam. Ayachat Bhrataram Rama, who is a brother of Bharata. And who is this Bharata further described? Arya Bhava Puraskrita. See, when we approach, say we approach a Swami, we go to an ashram and want to get the blessings of Swami. Our whole mindset will change, right? We prepare ourselves for it. What am I going to talk? How am I going to say? And we are going with an attitude of surrender and with the attitude of listening. We ask something, but we want there to listen. We are going there. We are not going there to talk. Correct? So many things we have to set our mind up. We can't go there and pour all our problems there and not even allowing Swamiji to talk. So look at this. Arya Bhava Puraskritaha. Bharata invoked that Arya Bhava. Arya Bhava means what? Arya means one whose character is blemishless and so worshipful. Such a person is called Arya. And he invoked that Arya Bhava in himself, Bharata. Okay. Puraskritaha. Before presenting himself to Sri Rama. And what did he say? Look at the first three words, put it in quotes. Tvameva Raja Dharmanyaha. You are the king. You know all about Dharma. And Tvameva Raja, you are the king. That is what he says. Now, there is a big list. There's a big set of arguments between Rama and Bharata going back and forth. Tvameva Raja Dharmanyaha. Iti Ramam Vachaha Abravit. That is what he told Rama, in essence. But but uh, but the discussion is huge. Bharata is making good arguments. You want to see what the arguments are? He says, see, in the rivers there are banks and there are dikes which will prevent the water from entering the rest of the city. And so you need dikes and all, the bunds and all you need. And he says, I am like the bund which will burst under immense pressure. And so I can't handle this kingdom. So you have to come. Okay. Just like the donkey cannot follow the pace of the horse. The donkey and horse, they're not comparable. And so I am like that, it seems. And then I am a bird, all right, but I am a bird, but nothing compared to Garuda, the eagle. Okay, you are the eagle, like that he says. And then and then when he gave these kinds of arguments, there are a lot of people there, by the way, who come along with Bharata and who've been following Sri Rama. And the people around him said, Sabash, yeah, exactly. That's right. That's the way. Sadhu, sadhu. It seems they said sadhu. And so all these things were happening. So here, the interesting thing is the age difference between these brothers is not much. They're all born just one after the other. 1 day difference, maximum age difference. They're all different nakshatras, I think. They say that means different nakshatras means it has to be afterwards. So like 1 day difference. Bharata really is not younger if you look at it. Just 1 day younger, that's all. But still he says, no, I'm younger. He is older. So the kingdom belongs to you. There is a particular rule. You can't follow, you can't break the rule. There is a Panchapitaraha. There is father, then the eldest son, then there is a father-in-law, then there is guru and things like that. There are certain rules to follow. Just like in any country, if the president gets incapacitated, then there must be some vice president has to kick in, and immediately all these things have to move. And so, like that, those kinds of rules are being followed here, and Bharata is invoking all that, saying, "Hey, you are the eldest son. That's it. Okay, we all know." And here they are saying, "No, not me. No, not me. No, not." It's like the two people. One person sold their land to another person. A sold it to B. And then B was using the land, tilling the land, found a pot of gold. And then this guy went back to the seller and said, "You know what? This pot of gold belongs to you." That guy says, "No, no, no. When I sold the land, everything belongs to you. Underneath, everything belongs to you. Only you take it." These people didn't agree. "No, no, it belongs to you. No, no, it belongs to you." They went to the king. And the king said, "Okay, let me think over it." This is a very difficult problem to solve. And so that's the story. Then after a long time, then these two people came back and said, "Oh, it's mine, it seems." Both people are arguing, "It's mine, it's..." What happened? Hey, from Treta Yuga now, time has passed. It's now Kali Yuga. And so now everybody is saying it's mine, it's mine. So this is Treta Yuga. Okay. And so Ramam Vachaha. Swameva Raja Dharmajnaha iti. Then two more lines. Ramopi paramodaraha sumukastu mahayashaha na chaichat pituradesha rajyam ramo mahabalaha na cha aichat. I also. Who says? Ramaha na aichat. Rama says, "No, I don't desire this kingdom." And who is Parama Udaraha? Large-hearted, compassionate. Sumukhaha, cheerful, always cheerful. Sumahayashaha, highly renowned. He is renowned for such prowess and such quality, noble qualities. We've seen all that. So he is a Mahayashaha. Rajyam na aichat, did not desire the kingdom. He also. And Mahabalaha, of course, Rama is capable. It's not like he's running away. He's for fear of, leading the kingdom. No, no chance. He's Mahabalaha. And he's Rama. There are two words Rama here. First word also is Ramaha. Then last word also Ramaha. And so that other second Rama is Rama. One brings delight to people. And that's why all the people are following Rama. And so that Rama, why did he not desire? Pituradesha. Pituha Adesha. Because of father's orders. As simple as that. You can't change it. And here Sri Rama is giving a big lecture. And you read the Valmiki Ramayana, it's going on and on and on. He's saying things like, let me try my best to say what is said. He's saying, whatever wealth, he's talking about dharma in general. Whatever wealth we accumulate will come to an end, will all go. And then whatever position, name and fame we get, it will finally fall, disappear, we will lose that. And every union will culminate in separation. Like this, he's giving it. Life ends with death. Okay? And no living being has this free will and all. Don't think we control the thing. No, there is something called destiny. And so no living being can act as he or she likes. And therefore what? No one should grieve for the dead. This is logic. Sri Rama's logic. No one should grieve for the dead because this is how the law is. Like that, he's giving a big lecture he's giving. All right, let's see the next one. Okay, next one. Next two lines we are reading. Paduke chasya rajyaya न्यासं दत्त्वा पुनः पुनः निवर्तयामास ततः भरतं भरताग्रजः. Rama tried to convince him in many ways because Bharata was not accepting. There's a lot of discussion. That's why punaha punaha. Punaha punaha. That punaha punaha means having requested Bharata again and again with various arguments. Okay. So Bharata also had a lot of arguments. You know what he says? He says, when I was away from home, because Bharata was not there, correct? Kaikeyi chose a time when Bharata was not there because she knew very well, if Bharata is here, I can't get my, she knew it. So she chose the right time also. And so when I was away from home, my mean-minded mother, okay, committed this kind of a sin for my sake, okay, which I never wanted. I never wanted this kingdom, hey Rama. And so I would have killed my mother for this thing, but she deserves punishment. But I am unable to do that because I am her son. And what about our father? He's not good either. He has transgressed dharma due to his anger and infatuation and all that. And delusion, he's reckless. He's just giving a rain check. Can a king give a rain check? Is this the way to head a country? You can ask me a boon whenever you want. What kind of king he is? Okay. And so you are the son, you are the elder son of the father. You are here, you must be here to right all the wrongs done. You can't simply say, I am following father's orders. Deranged people's orders and all, you can't take. You have to look at the person's background and then make decisions. Like that, he's making arguments. And then Rama is no less. He's saying, look, when our father married your mother, okay, he made a promise to your maternal grandfather, means Kaikeyi's father, Kekaya, Maharaja. What kind of promise? That he would confer the kingdom to her. Okay. Rama is bringing that. Okay. And so, and after that, finally after that, anyway, our father gave the boons to Kaikeyi, your mother. And so, 2 boons she has. So, where is the question? What are you talking? It's all set in stone. Like that, Rama is arguing. So back and forth. That is a punaha punaha. There's a lot of shlokas. There is one whole 2 chapters on this. This goes on. So punaha punaha. Paduke chasya rajyaya nyasam dattva punah punaha nivartayamasa tataha bharatam bharatagrachaha. So Bharatagrajaha. Yeah, I was looking for the subject. Rama, the elder brother of Bharata, Bharatagrajaha. Nyasam Datva. Nyasam. Nyasam means a pledge. Okay, you want something, you feel like you want something, me to be there in the kingdom. Okay, all right. Paduke. Asya Paduke. Rama took away his shoes, Padukas, and then Nyasam means that pledge. Okay, you keep this as a symbol of my presence. That is good. And you can keep it and it will bless you, no doubt. And so Nyasam Dattva, Paduke Nyasam Dattva, Rajyaya Nivartayamas. So go back to the kingdom. Go back, begin to take charge of the kingdom. Like that he said. He told Bharata, Tataha, Tataha, from there, return from here. Chitrakuta, from Chitrakuta, go back to the kingdom. Like that, Rama advised Bharata. Okay. So we will stop with that and resume. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ